How can I help you? Ah, okay. Yeah, of course we can help you with that. Yeah, no, totally understand. Okay. Okay, you'll come in later today? Okay, perfect. Would you like me to put something together for you first, or do you want kind of to talk it out first? Okay, wonderful. I'll put something together and we can talk through it when you get here. Okay, great. I'll see you later. Okay, bye-bye. Hi there. How can I help you? Oh, you're the one who called. Of course. Yes. Yeah, okay. It's so nice to meet you. Okay, so on the phone, you said that your friend is getting married. You were already stressed about the dress and the hair and everything, but you got that sorted, so that's great. But you already bought them a gift from the registry. Perfect, that's what you should do. But you are going to the bridal shower, right? Right, okay. Yeah, so I can see how that is confusing. So you get the wedding gift from the registry, and yeah, okay. That's fair. Wedding gifts can be very expensive, so you don't want to, go overboard with the bridal shower gift. Makes sense. So I would say that for the bridal shower, so for the wedding, I'm assuming you got them something they can both use. Oh, lovely. That's wonderful. So that's a perfect gift for a wedding, especially if it was on the registry. Yeah. But for the bridal shower, I would say it's more about being there for the bride, right? So it's really going to be about her and less about them as a couple. So, like I said on the phone, I put together an example of something that you could bring as a gift. You know, we can swap stuff out, or you could bring it just as it is, or you could reject the idea wholesale. But I thought it would be a good place to start since you seemed a little bit frazzled over what to bring. Yeah, sure. So this is my example gift. So first of all, I decided to put it in a pink bag. I want to make sure that, you could do white, of course. That is obviously traditional for weddings. But I also think this is the bridal shower. It's not the wedding yet. It's supposed to be all about the bride. And so I think pink is also a very cute option. However, I didn't want to go too girly. So what I did was I added this kind of light gray tissue paper to add a little bit of maturity to the vibe of the gift. We don't want it to seem like a sweet 16 or something like that. She is obviously a grown woman, moving into a new stage of life. So I thought the gray and the pink was really pretty. You can of course change all of this. To go with the gray tissue, I also did the card in a gray envelope to kind of pull in the theme. Again, this is entirely subjective, so whatever you would like to do, you can. But if I was going to make a gift for a bridal shower, this is what I would do. So we can take the tissue paper out, and start to look at some of the gifts. So obviously I don't know anything about your friend that you are going to see, but since you said you already bought a wedding present, it was quite expensive, I didn't want to go overboard with something really expensive or, it's not the wedding present. So what I did was I just put together a few little tidbits that your friend might enjoy, some beauty stuff, some relaxation stuff, etc. Again, this is not tailored to your friend at all. So if you have more personal things you want to include or things you know that she likes or doesn't like, we can of course include that. And then of course the card is really where you personalize everything. You can write down, everything that you want your friend to know, and just wish her happiness in her marriage. Yeah. So the first item is a notebook. I think a nice notebook is, something people rarely buy for themselves. And so I think this is a great opportunity. She's starting a new chapter of her life, so it's always nice to have something to write in. We could do variations of this, of course. We could do, a gratitude journal. We could do a planner. We could do, more specific iterations of this. But I thought just a generic notebook without too much specificity will allow her to choose what she wants to do with it. So she can write, gratitudes, or she can use it as a journal. She could just write notes in it. She could use it as a planner. There's lots of things she could do with it. So that's why I chose this one. This is a kind of faux leather sage green journal with some leaves and plants engraved in the cover. And it says notes, 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 notes. And the inside is just lined. And it does have a section for her to write the date if she does want to use it as a journal. But of course she can use it just however she pleases. So that is the first gift in the bag. Moving on to some more beauty and skincare. So the first thing I got is this cleansing pink clay mud mask. Cleansing pink clay mud mask. This includes niacinamide, grapeseed oil, dead sea salt, and aloe vera extract. So I got some skincare and relaxing type items because planning a wedding is stressful, getting married is stressful. So she could use it going up to the day to make her skin glow, or she could use it on the honeymoon maybe, or whenever she wants to relax. And then I also got her this Grace and Stella Moisturizing Eye Mask. And this has 2 pairs, so again, she could use one before the wedding and one on the honeymoon, or, whatever she wants to do. But again, I think these are like pampering things that people don't necessarily buy for themselves, but they, just make someone feel appreciated and allow them to relax and take care of themselves. Because while this is a time of joy and love and happiness, it is also a time of stress and potentially anxiety, or she's planning this big event, she's stepping into a new phase of her life, so it's always good to remind her to take some time for herself and really relax and do some self-care. Yeah. The next item I got her was, this is moving a little bit more into beauty. I got her the Miel Rosemary Mint Scalp and Hair Strengthening Oil. It's infused with biotin and encourages longer, healthier hair. So again, a beauty item that she might not buy for herself, that she probably doesn't already have, but is kind of like a mini luxury. I think that's what the vibe I was going for here was, like mini luxuries that she wouldn't necessarily get for herself, but makes her feel like a princess. Okay. Then we have another kind of beauty and skincare item. Is this Vaseline Lip Therapy Jelly, the Rosy Lips Vitamin E. This instantly softens and leaves behind a pink tint on the lips. So I chose this because it's like beauty but not beauty, right? Like, it's very casual beauty. So she can pop this in her bag and use it like chapstick, and it also is a little bit of like a lip gloss or a lip tint. So this is a good gift if you aren't sure like exactly what makeup she uses. Like, maybe, I think people can be particular about what they put on their lips. Like, some people just don't like anything on their lips. Some people only wear chapstick. Some people prefer lipsticks or lip oils or lip gloss. Like, there's a lot of different things. So if you aren't sure, I would say this is a good bet, because it's kind of the in-between of skincare and beauty. Okay. And then for lips, I also got her this. This is the e.l.f. Main Stain Lip Marker. So So this, I think, might be a little bit more controversial, especially if you don't know what kind of lip product she likes or which color she likes. I did get the like soft nude beige color, so it's very neutral. I think this would work on most colorings. It's a very like classic shade. Also, the fact that it is a lip stain means that if she prefers chapstick, if she prefers lip gloss, etc., she can always put that over it. So she can still use her preferred products while still having this color shine through a little bit. That's why I thought it was a fairly safe bet, but of course, you know your friend better than I do, so. Okay, we have a couple more things. The next one goes back to the relaxation and self-care theme. This is a ginger black tea candle. It has notes of cardamom, lemon, tea leaves, and wood. So I think a scented candle is a great gift for relaxation. Again, quiet luxury, mini luxury, something she might not necessarily buy for herself, but makes her feel luxurious. It has this really pretty gold lid, and then the candle. Yeah, it's lovely, isn't it? So I try to find scents that are fairly inoffensive. I think some people, don't like scents, so I think this one is pretty mild and pretty inoffensive. So even if she doesn't like scented candles normally, I think she would like this one. It's also just really pretty, so even if she doesn't want to burn it, she could just have it as decor. But it again provides that like relaxed self-care atmosphere. Then we have two more things. So the next one is just a little essential that, she, I think, would appreciate. This is the Mighty Patch Duo. So this includes 6 original for night and then 6 invisible for day. And they are hydrocolloid patches. I think this is just a great essential to have. If she gets a pimple leading up to the wedding or after the wedding due to the stress, she can use these. Yeah, always a good to have, I think. And then the last item that I procured for this gift is the EOS Shea Better Shea Better 24-hour moisture hydration lotion in the scent of vanilla cashmere. So again, I tried to go for an inoffensive scent. This is EOS. just a mini luxury. So she can have soft hands. She could also bring this on the honeymoon. I think everything I got is travel size, so she can bring it with her on her travels for a little bit of travel sized. For a little bit of travel sized luxury wherever she goes. So those are all of the products that I got for gifts. I hope this gave you a little idea of one potential avenue that you could go for a bridal shower present. What do you think? Okay. Yeah. So you like the theme of like mini luxuries? Yeah. Okay. Of course. Yeah. So feel free to look around as well. You don't have to get everything in this bag, anything in this bag. The bag itself, we have lots of options here for you to choose whatever you think your friend would like. Yeah. Well, I'm so glad I could be a little bit helpful. Take a look around, and then when you're done, you can come back up to me and I'll check you out. Yeah, no problem. I'll see you in a little bit.